So we're going to start with our Paladin level 60 job quest. Talk to Jinlins here. Level 60, Tournament of the Century. Jinlins has an invitation in his pocket and he is happy to see you. Alright. Ah, Zilly, precisely the woman I wish to see. I have something in my care for you. An invitation to a fighting tournament to be held at the Colosseum. Not just any tournament, mind you, but the prestigious Ul Cup, founded by His Royal Majesty Sasagan ul Sisagan, first Sultan of Ul'dah. It is nigh as old as the nation itself. Lest you wonder why you are unfamiliar with so old and prestigious a tournament, it's because it has not been held in generations. At the Sultana's behest, it has been revived, and she now extends an invitation to yours as finest swordsman. It stands to reason that your name would appear among this exalted company, and doubt not but that her grace shall be pleased for your participation. So can we expect you to fight in the tournament? Sure, where do I sign up? Might pass on this one. Sure, where do I sign up? Wonderful. By witnessing you in combat, I dare say all of us Sultan Sworn, both fresh recruits and veterans alike, stand to gain something in our duty to protect. The champion will be awarded a tome said to hold the secret techniques of the first captain of Sultan Sworn. With such an enticing prize on offer, no small number of invites have already confirmed their participation, I myself included. You should confirm yours as well by making yourself known to the tournament registrar on the Royal Promenade. Okay. Greetings to you, good madam. You are come to enter the Ul Cup. Your invitation, if you would be so kind. Yes, everything appears to be in order. On behalf of the committee, I bid you welcome to the tournament. Wait, you're participating too? To think that I might have the chance to cross swords with a fabled hero such as you. The tournament cannot begin soon enough. You needn't wait long, for the opening ceremony will begin any time now. I am told a number of participants have already gathered before the Gladiators Guild. Perhaps you might like to join them? Off to the Gladiators Guild we go. To scope out the competition. Tournament. We of the Sultan Sworn. Alright, so we just gotta talk to some people. My lord. At least they're all in the same place, it looks like. I say, are you not the postwoman from before? Such a beauteous surprise this is. Since coming to terms with my brilliance, I've given up on provoking my opponents in favor of polishing myself further. I would love nothing more than to pit my beauteous skills against yours, and I pray that I am afforded the chance. Yeah, because I did the post-Moogle quest. Ah, Zilly, a pleasure as always. Are you perchance entering the tournament? Well then, this has become infinitely more interesting. Lest you wonder, I am joining the field as a representative of the Temple Knights. For the honor of our order, I have every intention of winning. Do not hold back, my friend, because neither will I. Ah, Zilly, have you spoken with the captain? He is holding on to your invitation. Already entered. Marvelous. We are all looking forward to witnessing your skill at arms, and if the gods are good, I shall witness them up close and personal. You got business with me? Too bad. I've got none with you. Leave me be and find someone else to bother, like Milla. You're fighting in the tournament? You look pretty strong, but it's Black Altus that's gonna win. I wanted to say Atlas. Ahem, that's Lotus, Black Lotus. Excuse me, still fighting a bit of a cough. Yeah, what he said. He's the strongest and he always protects me. If you fight him, you better watch out. Lily, it's good to see you. Am I correct in assuming that you are participating in the tournament? Wonderful, although I still am. I also received an invitation. Captain Jinlin's work, I suspect, but know that I do not intend simply to make up the numbers. Since last we met, I have trained without cease. Such improvements I have made. I hope to demonstrate to you in a rematch. Okay. Well, where's Noah? This way. Or is it Mia? Well, if it isn't Zilly, that you would visit us at this juncture could only mean one thing. You're entering the Old Cup. Good, good. You are one of our very best, and it pleases me to see you continue seeking new challenges. And mark my words, this will be a challenge the likes of which you have never experienced. This tournament brings together the realm's finest. If you are to rise above them, nothing less than complete preparation will suffice. Speaking of preparation, have you been apprised of the rules? Then allow me to explain. The tournament is elimination. You lose, you go home. You win, you advance to the next match, and on it goes until a champion emerges. Combatants are initially divided into two groups, Nald and Thal. Sounds fancy, but they're simply labels given to two branches of the tournament tree. Look, Zilly, one of your potential opponents. Knowing is half the battle, and you do well to learn all you can of the competition. The Bronze Bull. Oh, if it isn't the woman who forged me my winglet. 'Tis a fine weapon, and I am wholly satisfied with it, but don't think that this earns you a favor should we meet in the tournament. Indeed, any less than my all would be an affront to both blade and blacksmith. Oh dear, is it that time already? The opening ceremony is about to commence. Shall we then? It's nice how they include, like, other stuff you've done if you've done it. Ladies and gentlemen, today I bid you welcome to the Colosseum for a truly special event. To introduce it, it gives me great pleasure to call upon Her Royal Majesty Nanamo Namo. Generations ago, my ancestor, Sasagan Old Sisagan, founded a tournament to celebrate the skill of our nation's finest swordsmen. 100 years have passed since it was last held. By this declaration, I do hereby revive the Old Cup. Let it be known that all proceeds from this event shall go towards our continuing refugee relief efforts. My dear combatants, my fellow citizens, and I look forward to an inspiring performance from all of you. May Naldthal give strength to your sword arms. Thank you, Your Grace. Next, I would invite Master Adrian, Colosseum columnist for the Mithril Eye, to share some insights into our combatants. What are your impressions on of the field, Adrian? Well, Dower, I'd say it's as diverse a field as I've seen on the Blood Sands, in addition to everyone's favorite gladiators and your friendly neighborhood Sultan Sworn, we have an Ishgardian knight as well as an acclaimed adventurer. Truly a colorful cast of characters, all of whom bring their unique take on swordplay. With such an eclectic mix of fighting styles clashing, would you say that we're in for a veritable treat for the senses? Yes, I would, Dower. At this stage, it's anyone's guess who will claim the title, but one thing is certain. When the match bell rings, you cannot afford to bat your eyelids. Keep watching this space, for the preliminary rounds are about to begin. Level 60, Tournament of the Century, complete. Next Paladin quest will be available from Mia upon reaching level 63. Blah blah blah. Requirements in the journal. Level 63. It's in Thal's name. Mia's expectant gaze tells you that the time has come. It begins, Zilly. There are 8 combatants in each group, meaning you must triumph in 3 bouts in order to advance to the final. The opponent for your first bout is Bartholomew of the Sultan Sworn. Defeat him and you will next face the victor of another pairing, and so on. Needless to say, each encounter will be more difficult than the last. But one fight at a time. The tournament registrar will call you when it's time to take to the Blood Sands. Go now and good luck. Right. The Blood Sands. Now that sounds cool. Ah, to think I would draw you for my very first opponent. I thank the heavens even as I curse them. But no matter who my opponent may be, I shall fight with all my being for the pride of the Sultan Sworn. See you on the Blood Sands, my friend. It's time, my lady. Proceed to your final preparations and let me know when you are ready to proceed. I guess we could do some combat. Are you ready to enter the arena? Duty calls. Commence battle for Enthal's name. Level sync is in effect. If you are above maximum allowed level, will be synced as follows. Level 65, proceed. Defeat Bartholomew. Oh. Simple enough, I suppose. It begins in the first match of Thal Group. Bartholomew takes on Zilila Zaldi. Combatants, ready your arms. Spirits without. This fight. Sorry, buddy. And the winner is Zilly. Hope they're all like this. It'll go very quickly. I don't know why that's doing that. Oh, I gotta fight more than one at a time? Okay. Figured it would just like fight one and then come back. Get the chains out of the way of the camera, damn it. Probably stagger my cooldown. I knew that I was going to fight him back to back to back like that. So that like I'm not stuck with no mitigation. Until he stops Ron's Bull's furious charge. The handle loop of the one heart. No, just like, what's his name in the vault? Bloodstay. Big circle of Scorn. Yeah. God's Fear. Most precious attack, you can do better than that. On the loop. Don't use it much, so might as well. It defeats Honolulu to claim victory. Oh, you know what? I think it might be in my Eureka gear. Might be on the wrong Paladin. That concludes all the matches for the Thal group, and what heart-stopping encounters they were. Fairly dour. The crowd expected and the combatants delivered, not least of all the group winners, Illizathi, who carved a convincing path to the final. Shall we retrace our steps for those who came in late? You read my mind. Zilly's first match pitted her against Bartholomew. The Sultan Sworn fought with heart, but in the end he was outclassed by a star adventurer. Though he can take pride in his effort, unfortunately he had to take his leave of the tournament. There was no getting past Zilly, who went on to face the hulking Bronze Bull. Veteran of countless matches here in the Colosseum, you could say he had the group ground advantage. From the onset, the man brought his prodigious strength to bear, unleashing wave upon wave of punishing attacks, but Zilly calmly weathered them all to emerge the victor. With that, she advanced to the Thal group's final match against Houndaloop of the Temple Knights. Employing blistering techniques seldom seen this side of Eorzea, the Ishgardian visitor looked dangerous indeed. Truth be told, for a moment there I feared for Zilly, but the adventurer dug deep to secure victory and place in the Old Cup final. Ah, the mere remembering of it sets my heart to racing like a runaway chocobo. Take a deep breath, my friend, for there's still more excitement to come. The Nald group matches are due to commence shortly, with the likes of First Sword Mia taking to the blood sands. What have I done to deserve such a treat? I won't be missing these matches, and neither should any of you. All unfolds as anticipated. Good. The free Paladin I told you about is living up to expectations, aye? There's always some Lalafels plotting something. Yeah, that she is. Keep up your winning ways, my friend, and win us a fortune. Let's see. Yeah, I've got my... I don't know why it's like that. That's not right. That would work better. Dilly, you were magnificent. Our match will remain etched in my memory and inspire me always. I had absolutely no answer to you. Such precious things you must have protected to become so strong. Well, yeah, like I saved the world, man. As you know, we Sultan Sworn live to protect her grace. By any measure, this is a vital duty, and ever do I strive to be worthy of the role. By crossing swords with you this day, it has given me to think that perhaps it is not enough. Whatever it is that I yet lack, mayhap I shall find it in witnessing you. I thought I had something of a chance, but I was clearly getting ahead of myself. You gave me a thorough schooling, and I mean to take the lesson to heart. Though my tournament may be over, I shall remain in Uldal to watch the matches to come, and I believe I speak for all of us here when I wish you the best of luck. Our hopes go with you now, my friend. Oh, a woman named Mia was looking for you. If you haven't already spoken with her, mayhap you should seek her out. Place in the final. I knew you had it in you, but to witness it all unfold was nothing short of awe-inspiring. The winner of the Nald group will square off against you for the title, and suffice it to say, I intend to be that person. I shall see to it that a match between us becomes a reality, and I hope that I can count on your support. Level 63 in Thal's name, complete. Level 65 in Nald's name. Mila is ready for action. The Nald group matches are about to begin. As you will eventually be fighting one of us, I suggest you watch every match closely. The tournament usher outside will grant you access to the viewing gallery. Now then, I'd best set about my preparations. Let us speak again later. Greetings, my lady. Will you be watching the Nald group matches? We'll watch the Nald group matches, yes. Always down for watching some fights. So the Nald group has been pared down to 2 combatants. While we wait for their match to begin, let us look back over the group's notable encounters. The first round, local darling friends, the fair crossed blades with Constant, free Paladin of Ishgard. Though the pundits tipped Franz as the outright favorite, the younger Constant refused to be cowed, tenaciously staying in the game before landing a single mighty blow that ended the proceedings. Undoubtedly one of the upsets of the tournament, most upsetting of all for maidens the realm over. By that victory, Kanzane booked a meeting with First Sword Mia, who had predictably triumphed in her own opening match. For those of you who were banking on another upset, however, it was not to be. From the opening moments, it was plain from his sluggish movements that Constance's earlier exertions had taken their toll. Meanwhile, the First Sword was all business, with her textbook perfect technique and methodical maneuvering. She took firm control from the halfway mark, didn't let go until her opponent was on his knees. I believe preparations for the tournament's penultimate match are in order. Mia, First Sword of the Gladiators Guild, will take it to the arena against Black Lotus, the mystery contestant who has soundly defeated all comers. The Black Lotus. Who was that masked man? And Black Lotus advances to the Old Cup final. Another nail-biting clash. The First Sword showed her class against an unknown opponent. However, the Black Lotus kept up with her blow for blow and seemingly out of nowhere clinched victory with a magnificent parry. So sublime was the timing, it calls to mind the Sword of Nald. Now that you mention it, I can definitely see the resemblance, and with that sublime strike, our second Old Cup finalist has been decided. Dilly Lizathi will take on the mysterious Black Lotus in a battle that promises to go down in Colosseum, nailed on history. Please look forward to it. I know I will. Think you can take me, fool? She lost? Mila lost? So much for the lauded First Sword. But what would we do? That Black Lotus could ruin everything. If he ends up winning the tournament, we'd be neck deep in debt paying what's owed. Fret not, my friend. We already know Black Lotus's strings. As a matter of fact, we are pulling them as we speak. Truly? Do I not always say one can never have too many guarantees? To think one more beauteous than me should be found in Ishgard. Well, there is naught for it but to train harder and grow more beauteous. The Black Lotus fellow, though, there was something familiar about him, a beauteous ferocity I'd swear I'd seen before, but I cannot remember where. Mila is truly a complete fighter, and she gave me nary a flaw or opening to exploit. I can see why she is the guild master. Well, my little campaign may be over, but I take heart in the knowledge that yours continues. I shall pray for your victory. Some First Sword, you came in 3rd place. From technique to sheer strength, that Black Lotus was a class above me in all aspects. What's more, he fought with a ferocious style that resembled... But never mind that. Dwelling on it won't change the result. I was bested in a fair contest, and I shall give credit where it is due. My only regret is that I could not meet you in the final. Zilly, it falls to you now to bring pride to our guild's name. Oh, after the match, the Black Lotus came and said that he wished a word with you. The way he mentioned your name gave me the impression that he knew you, but then again, many people do. At any rate, I don't see any harm in obliging the man. If you can spare a moment, he asks that you come to the quicksand. Like right around the corner, isn't it? Yeah. This way. Where, like way up here? Oh, that's not it. Oh, yeah. The Adventurers Guild. Oh. Wasn't there an ether like right there I could have used? No worries, we'll just run. We'll go see Momodi. Okay, where are you? Oh, there it is. Like, I'm never sure when it's a red circle, if it's like a destination thing, or if it's like someone with a triangle over their head or whatever. Gonna be the guy from the Gladiator quest. That was pretty cool when we got in the bar fight. You can threaten me all you like, but I ain't pulling out. It's poor form, you see? Well, far be it for me to ruin your form, but there's a trivial matter I would bring to your attention. You bastard. Very trivial, yes. I'm sure you will make the right decision. Heh. Them Lalafels. You were listening, eh? Don't worry, it's nothing I can't handle. Look, I know I asked you to come here, but something's come up. We'll have to do this another time. Am I so far from it? As good as either, right? Started off an old dub, but it's been a while since I've run around in here. Find limbs is far easier to navigate. Quicker to get to everything, too. No, I think Gridania is the worst laid out city. Because none of the Aetherites are close to anything. Like, Ul'dah's big and can be confusing from time to time, but at least everything's kind of close by. Like, you generally get an Aetherite anywhere. Going the right way? No, I was going the right way and then I turned around. Well, did you meet Black Lotus? Postpone, you say? I wonder what he wanted. If nowhere else, you could always try chatting in the arena. Would hardly be the first time folk got talkative in battle. Must say, though, the disappointment of elimination is swiftly giving way to anticipation. I look forward to seeing you clash with Black Lotus and, needless to say, come away with the win. 65, and Nald's name complete. Level 68, Fade to Black Lotus. Mila's expectant gaze could only mean one thing. It is time. This time, Zilly, the old cup final. Yep, what it takes to win. Just fight as you always do and the rest will follow. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my regret to inform you that Black Lotus has withdrawn from the match. Oh, well, that stinks. In the absence of an opponent, the winner of the Old Cup final is Zilly Lazathe by default. Hey, you don't think that those rumors could be true, do you? What, that Black Lotus is Aldous, a gladiator who was banished from the Colosseum? Seems a little far-fetched, but you never know these things. In an unexpected turn of events, Black Lotus, the winner of the Nald group, has withdrawn. I repeat, Black Lotus has withdrawn. 12 in a tangle. What in blazes is going on? We will relay further information as soon as more becomes available. Please bear with us. Of course, you don't want to fight me. But also, you know, blackmail. Lalafels. What is the meaning of this? Apologies, my lady, but I'm as much in the dark as you are. 'Twas the tournament registrar who spoke with Black Lotus on the matter. Not even the organizers have full grasp of the situation. It isn't uncommon for combatants to withdraw from a match, but when it does happen, more often than not, something illicit is afoot. While some might consider default to be the sweetest word, I know that you do not. Nay, an unearned victory such as this rings hollow and brings you no satisfaction. As such, I have a mind to delve into what will certainly prove to be some dark places. May I rely on your help? Good. To begin with, let us go and ask the tournament registrar about this conversation with Black Lotus. Yes, my lady. Black Lotus came and informed me that he no longer wished to fight. This happened shortly after you entered the anteroom. I assumed he would follow suit, but instead he declared his withdrawal. Stunned as I was, by the time I had gathered my wits and thought to ask for his reason, he had spun his heels and left. He was headed in the direction of Pearl Lane, I believe. If you wish to speak with him, I suggest you take your search there. Pearl Lane. Rock and roll. Where are you, Black Lotus? Make sure he's not like hiding behind a wall. No. Well, I'd say it's time to come clean. Sharp as you are, you'd probably seen through the masquerade anyway. Lily, it's good to see you again, as myself at any rate. Yeah, it's the guy from the Gladiator quest. Let me guess, the heartbroken maiden demands to know why I abandoned her at the arena. I'll tell you that and more besides, but this stays between us, understood? Since we took care of business with Leovold and I left Ul'dah, I've been roaming the land like a proper vagabond. In the course of which I helped a child in need. You've already met the little scamp. I came upon him one day all on his lonesome, his face caked in dirt, or orphan, like so many out there. Upon learning what I did for a living, he decided that he must learn swordplay and begged me to teach him. Wouldn't take no for an answer, the stubborn bugger, and he's been following me around ever since. Now those that came to me with threats, they mistook the boy for my own and took him hostage and demanded that I pull out of the tournament. If it were just my own head, I wouldn't think twice about risking it, but I won't gamble with someone else's life. The boy may not be my flesh and blood, but he's in danger on my account. Here we are. What can I say? In spite of myself, I've taken to the rascal. I knew it was you from the moment we fought. Mila, my dear, you are as ravishing as ever. Spare me all this time and you couldn't bestir yourself to send a single goddamn letter? Easy on the anger now. It would be a right shame to line that beautiful face with wrinkles. That's neither here nor there. Now tell me why you have returned. As hasty as ever, I see. If you must know, rumors had reached me of a free paladin named Zilly Lazartha whose skills were beyond compare. Precisely how far beyond compare had her skills become, I simply had to see, nay, test for myself, so I made my way back to Ul'dah. When I arrived, I learned that the prestigious Ul Cup had been revived. If Zilly enters, I'd get my wish. If she doesn't, then I'd have to settle for winning the tournament, resuming my wanderings. With a little help from an old friend, I acquired an invitation and found myself a suitably menacing full-face helm. Being something of a pariah wouldn't do to be seen, you see. You went through all that effort for the sake of fighting Zilly. Why did you withdraw? Simply put, to make way for money. Not mine, mind you, but someone else's. You know, a tournament of this scale sees stupendous sums of coin moved, and there are some who'd stop at nothing to ensure that it moves their way. Turns out the Black Lotus was standing between an especially unscrupulous crew and their fortune, and so they took my boy and threatened his life. Of a boy? Aye, well, it's a rather embarrassing tale. Let's save it for after I'm a few tankards in. No one wants you to win, Zilly, at all costs. While I do not disagree with their choice of champion, their methods don't sit well with me. I won, I don't care. But I'm afraid the rest will have to wait. The danger hasn't passed. Though I did as I was told, they haven't kept their part of the bargain. I mean, to mount a rescue, and for this, I could use your help. Knew I could count on you. First of all, we must track down these match-fixing, child-abducting villains. For the sake of haste, let us split up and investigate. You could ask after shady sorts in these parts. I'll see to the nearby areas. A child? When the hells did he... Yeah, she got a thing for him. It was forever ago that I did the Gladiator quest. Shady sorts taking wagers on the old cup. Haven't seen any myself, but safe to say they're out there. It's Ul'dah, after all. Absolutely small. Destitute citizen. What? You here to laugh at me? Well, there's plenty around here hoping to strike it rich quick. Don't know any bookmakers myself. Don't have the coin for that, but someone's bound to. Gambling, match fixing, whatever are you talking about? Kidnapping, oh gods, I never imagined they'd go that. Ah, me and my big mouth. Alright, I'll tell you what I know. Least I can do to clear my conscience. This black market bookmaker, he has no established base, so better to avoid the authorities. But right now, he has a lackey near the Gate of Thal. Say to the fellow the words, doubt the truth, and he'll tell you where to go. Now leave me be, and you didn't hear any of this from me. I mean, I have it like this for Eureka, but... No, I gotta go this. I need to say... Doubt the truth. Oh, a customer. Collecting, are you? Then it's over by the Sultan tree. Just so you know, it might be a bit noisy. My mate there's babysitting at the moment. That's where we met Nanamo. Huge hornet. Early blue. Yeah, what do you want? Your clothes, your boots, and your chocobo. The child. We'll take the child. One of Aldi's. Get her. Aldi. Guys are crooked. The child is unharmed. Uncle Aldi, I'm so sorry. If only I was stronger. That's nothing a little training won't fix. By the way, have you thanked Zillia here yet? Oh, right. Thanks for saving me, Zillia. At first I thought you were one of the crooks, but you're a really nice person. Oh, and you're really strong as well. I'm going to train hard so I can be strong too and look after myself. Allow me to thank you also, my friend. Unless you wonder, I haven't been idle either. I managed to find solid evidence implicating this Excelsior Odd, our friend whom you saw me having a chat with. The Brass Blades have been alerted to his shenanigans and he'll trouble us no more. Wait, did that boy just call you uncle? Well, I'm a little too far gone to be his playmate. What of it? Wait a minute. Don't tell me you assumed he was, you know. Ah, that certainly explains your black mood. To prevent further misunderstanding, he isn't mine. I chanced to help him and we became fast friends is all. Oh, well, it's not like I cared or anything. It's just given how long you were gone, I wouldn't have been surprised is all. It takes a lot longer than that to grow him this big. This is nothing to laugh about. But it is. At any rate, all's well that ends well. It's just a pity the dream match between me and Zilly could not be. Don't be so quick to give up. You've evidence that you were being threatened, have you not? I believe there's a good chance we can still make it happen. The Old Cup generated such excitement as the Colosseum has not seen in generations. The organizers would have to be hopeless fools to forgo the chance to crown it off with a grand finale. I will lodge a formal petition in my capacity as Guildmaster. The match will take place, just you watch. That's my Mila, as brilliant as you are beautiful. Her sword's as good as her word, my friend. Our match is a guaranteed thing. When we finally meet in the arena, let us hold nothing back, and no hard feelings if I win, yes? I will go and entrust the young one to the care of the brass blades. Pray come and see me at the guild afterwards. Oh, this will be quicker than running. And though I do have the Strider boots, which like increase my speed in the city, I'd have to equip them and everything. 2 pairs. I didn't see Jinlin's anywhere. I thought he said he was going to enter. My thanks, Zilly. With your help, not only were you able to save Aldis's boy, we may yet spare the tournament an unceremonious end. All that remains is to convince the organizers to host the final. Knowing them, though, it won't require much convincing. On the subject of the boy, I would thank you to keep my little misunderstanding to yourself. Now then, I must be about my business. Until such time as the match is confirmed, take what rest you can. You will need it. 68, Fade to Black Lotus, complete. Level 70, Raising the Sword. Mila looks at you with a twinkle in her eye. Passage of on. It's official, Zilly. The Coliseum has agreed to host the Old Cup final anew. In the interest of maintaining excitement, things are already in motion, and lest you wonder, Ode has since been apprehended by the brass blades and cannot hinder the proceedings. Aldis has been informed and makes ready even as we speak, and you should likewise see to your own preparations. When all is in order, the tournament registrar will escort you through to the arena. Suffice it to say, I shall be cheering you on from the viewing gallery. Good luck, Zilly, and give Aldis a kiss for me with the rim of your shield. Bash. This is it, my lady. No more sudden changes of plan. Are you ready to proceed? Duty calls. Commence battle for Raising the Sword. Level sync is in effect. If you are above the maximum allowed level, it will be synced as follows. Level 70. Proceed. It's a nice quick one. This is probably the quickest one so far. Which is nice. The warrior one was pretty quick too. The white mage one wasn't bad. Ladies and gentlemen, finally at long last, the moment you've been waiting for is here, the Old Cup final. Before this starts, I want to know something. Is it true Black Lotus is actually Aldis, the Sword of Nald? What, Black Lotus? I must ask you to remove your helm. Balls, it's really him. What'll happen now? Nothing will happen, that's what. Once expelled, a gladiator may not fight in the Coliseum again. There'll be no match. Aye, that's right. All this time it was me. I'm the last person who needs to be reminded of my own banishment. If you wish to call off the final, then so be it. I'll not argue. Nonetheless, I ask you this. Will you not let Zilly and I fight? We promise to give you a match that the bards shall long sing of. Oh, come on. One of the greatest swordsmen of our age is about to cross swords with a fabled hero, and you have to even think about it? Everyone here must be aching to see them fight. Is this not so? If there is any indication of dishonest conduct, I shall take his head myself, but give them a chance. I say, remember the incredible performances they've given us thus far, and imagine how much finer it will be. First Sword speaks true. This is a once-in-a-lifetime event. 'Twould be a crying shame to have it end like this. Alright, listen to Mila. I came here for a final, and I want one, damn it. Me too. I've watched Aldis since I was a lad, and I want to watch him fight again. Let it happen. Rules be damned. You have no objections, Zilly? The Sultan's gonna speak up finally. Where's Raban? I must confess that I, too, have awaited the match with bated breath. There will be time enough afterwards to revisit past misdeeds. There you have it, Aldous. You have the blessing of all present. Don't ever change, Mila. Come, Zilla, your opponent is the Sword of Null. Mind Glow is Sword of Null. That's pretty cool. I guess I should get out of the tornado thing now. Oh, so that didn't cause a tornado? That was something completely different? I couldn't do anything about that. That takes up a pretty big chunk of the arena. Don't have any more sprint. That's just where it comes from, yeah, that's all. The champion of the whole cup, the greatest swordsman in the realm. His storyline wasn't bad. Like, I don't remember a whole lot of it. It was kind of cliched, but it was fine. You get in a bar fight when you do the gladiator. That was pretty fun. Magnificent performance from start to finish. Such exquisite blade work I have seldom beheld. Now then, perchance you have heard that the champion would be awarded a rare tome, one which holds the secret techniques of the first captain of Sultansworn. Papa Sean, if you would be so kind. Ahem, if I might speak plain, your grace. The tome does not exist. Well, well, I see what you did there, Master Papa Sean. You've revived not only Sultan Sisigan's tournament, but his vision as well. Seems the history lesson is in order. During his reign, Sultan Sasigan ul Sisigan invited swordsmen of all lands to fight with his own elite in tournaments. In time, such tournaments came to attract sellswords, giving rise to a national institution, the grand diversion that is the Colosseum. While that was a defining development for Ul'dah, historians believe that, in bringing together expert swordsmen, the Sultan's true intent was to advance the gladiatorial arts. But when the balance of power shifted away from the royalists, the royal house lost access to the enormous funds needed to host grand tournaments. The revival of the old cup, the promise of a non-existent prize, all of it was an emulation of Sultan Sasigan's vision. You are most perceptive, Aldous. The true purpose in bringing together the highest names in swordplay was to raise the gladiatorial arts higher, as the Sultan once did. And though we walk in his footsteps, our destination lies a little further, for it is my hope that not only Ul'dah, but Eorzea as a whole is strengthened. From the Garlean menace to the beast tribes and their primals, the realm is faced with numerous threats. If we are to protect our homes and loved ones, we must keep our blades sharp and our shields strong. Forgive me, Your Grace. Had you known there was neither tome nor technique, I feared you would not consent to the tournament. You should have consulted me from the first. As it stands, we must needs find another means of rewarding our champion. My dear Zilly, speak unto me your desire. I shall do mine utmost to bestow it. A pardon for Aldous, or nothing. A true hero would choose nothing. But we're not really heroes. A noble request befitting your kind-hearted self, ere I grant it. However, there is one thing I would know. I am given to understand you were sentenced to exile for being party to bribery. Is this true? It is, Your Grace. I see very well, then. I, Nanamo Ul'Namo, Sultan of Ul'Dah, do hereby absolve you of your crime, all your crimes. Our fair nation has need of men of your strength and skill. Now more than ever, it would be unconscionable to cast you aside. To the champion Zilly, I offer my joyous congratulations. Your victory this day shall long remain in our hearts and minds. Though the tournament has come to a close, I pray that all of you shall ever strive to raise your art higher for the good of all the realm. This was a nice and quick one. We are done with the tuning exams. I figured Yu Yu Hakusho might be too old of a reference. You're even stronger than Uncle Aldi. If I'm going to challenge you to one day, I'm going to have to train extra hard. To think that such a motive existed for the tournament, we gladiators too must endeavor to do our part for the greater good of the realm. Hear, hear, my dear. Ah, but the things one must do to arrange a simple match with Zilly. Judging by how quickly you've improved in my short time away, had we fought but a few days earlier, I like to think I would have come out on top. So I'm good to return to the Colosseum? You have Her Grace's personal endorsement. I'd say that's about as good as one can get. As a finalist in the World Cup, you would draw decent crowds. We'd be glad to have you back. I never dreamed that this day would come. Well, I suppose I'll resume my wanderings. What, you're given a royal pardon, yet you're leaving Ul'Dah again? Mila, you watch Zilly and I fight. For all my training during my travels, all the hardships I subjected myself to, I was no match for her. This plane I still want for experience, for knowledge and skill, and I won't be at peace until I gain it. Surely you understand this. Yes, but... Pray not, Mila. I will visit whenever I can. After all, there's a filly back home who whinnies incessantly after me. And you, my free Paladin friend, not only did you oblige me with a match, you rescued my boy and defended my honor besides. For that I cannot thank you enough. I learned much and more from our encounter, and I should be glad if you got something out of it also. Keenly do I look forward to our next meeting, when we can simply square off with no complicating factors to distract us. Level 70, Raising the Sword, complete. Crossing swords with the realm's finest has raised you to greater heights. Action learned. Passage of arms. This concludes the Paladin quest for Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood. In order to undertake next series of quests, you must first meet the following requirements. Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers must be registered to your service account. You must have completed the main scenario quest Shadowbringers. You must have completed the role quest to have loved and lost. Once you have done so, the next Paladin quest will be available from Jinland.